Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, May 16th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is my flow produces my purpose. And today we have some configurations going on that are helping shift us deeper into the lessons of worth and deeper into allowing our production to come forward. So we have the sun today moving between 25 degrees, which is that 7, which is allowing that flow, and then 26 degrees, which is that degree, it's an 8, so it's about showing up. It's about that responsibility. It's about that purposeful energy. So we're really navigating this energy. And to me, there's a bunch of little lunar connections that we'll get into, but the major deal of the day is actually the sun in conjunct Saturn. So we have the sun, 26 degrees Taurus, in conjunct, which is like we're not really seeing eye to eye, but again, there's always the same goal, because the universe is always pushing us all to the same goal, which is living our soul authenticity. But we have Saturn, Sagittarius, retrograde. And what I'm feeling with this, Saturn wants us on purpose. It wants us to move into our purpose. Taurus wants us to produce. It wants our production to be up there of our talents, of our soul work. It wants to see the manifestations of that. So both of them are very driven, but they're like driven in these different manners. And what I'm getting from this is that saying, you know, we want to get things done, but if we keep doing things the way we've always done them, we're going to continue to get what we've always gotten. And so this is a reminder to go in, look at those beliefs, look at what we've always done, and just see where can we shift and where can we show up on purpose? Where can we show up owning our soul worth? Honoring our soul purpose, honoring these talents, honoring the skills, honoring the abundance of our personal light. This card, the abundance of our personal light, sharing this energy, and just noticing where we may not be showing up in that for that because we have these old beliefs. So that in conjunct, any of that uncomfortable energy is pointing at that. Any of that uncomfortable energy is like, notice where you're not fully engaged with your self-worth, a whole lot of your self-worth, and look and see, making infinity symbols, and look and see where the Saturn game, where there are these old beliefs and old truths that are still holding you back, so that you're not continuing to do what you've always done and continuing to get what you've always gotten unless it works for you. And in that case, get on with your bad self, keep going in the direction that's serving you. That being said, we had Mercury. Mercury shifted last night into Taurus. So Mercury is moving back. We're almost out of the shadow period, just a few more days of the shadow period, but Mercury in Taurus is going to be working on our worth consciousness. So this may be a piece of the puzzle. Mercury is still at 0 degrees. That is that degree of transformation. It's getting into the whole enchilada energy of things. So you may see some things around your abundance consciousness, around your worth consciousness that can be shifted and connect into these old beliefs and old truths. So it's always working together in, through, and for us. That being said, we begin the day with the sun and the moon connecting. The sun in Taurus, moon in Capricorn energy. That is that flow energy. And again, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So again, we have that connection of that Taurus and that Saturn Capricorn energy, which is gunning to get things done. But you've got to check in with your structure. Part of the structure of this meeting is 25 degrees. Are you honoring the divine flow, the divine light moving through you, or are you still caught in projections of the shoulds of what everybody else says? Those projections lead to unhappy mental energy. I don't know if I'm doing what I should be doing. This is complicated, and that leads to exhaustion. So if you get caught in this paradigm of the shoulds, of these projections, notice and be like, what is my light? What is my authentic flow? Keep defaulting into your flow. The moon, before it shifts into Aquarius, is going to have a meeting with Uranus energy. So Uranus, shaking this stuff up, shaking up the shoulds, shaking up the structure of the shoulds, maybe bringing to light these places where you are still holding on to some of these old projections, some of these old voices, these voices that you have in your head that aren't actually yours, that are not authentic to your energy. I have the Silence card, but this is actually the Star card, which is a Uranus card. It's an Aquarius card, and this is a card of bright future. There is hope, but the hope is beyond the projections, and it is in honoring your light. So speaking of hope, a new hope. We have the moon shifting rather early on, 10:50 a.m. Pacific time, into Aquarius. So bringing in that vibrational energy. Now with Aquarius, anything goes. Aquarius is going to do what needs to be done to help you get out of any box that you have put yourself in. But ultimately, Aquarius just wants you to honor your light, honor your personal vibration. This moon in Aquarius will be meeting up. It'll be squaring that Mercury energy. So your mental energy, here we go, may be triggered by some of that old lack consciousness that you're still holding. How do you get into the abundance consciousness of your light? Well, I've got the answer from Abraham. I want to harmonize with what I believe is good. What feels good? Harmonize with what feels good when you tell it about yourself. If you say something like, I'm so dumb, I'm a dummy and I'm never going to make any money, that doesn't feel good. But if you're like, well, I have a lot of talents, and I believe that there are talents that I can even bring forth even more within myself. I believe there are talents that I can enhance. And I think that there are people in this world that could enjoy these things that I'm talented with. Harmonizing with what is good. But it's going to be up to you to notice what mental patterns are going on for you. Now, the final thing I want to mention, this is actually happening tomorrow, but we'll feel it building a little bit. I mean, it's a minor connection, but still, I feel like it's important. I wrote it down to mention it because it's also a mental pattern that we're going to be working with. Jupiter, self-worth. Jupiter helping us dig deeper into our worth by working through Libra energy is going to be in conjunct. So again, we're not really seeing eye to eye. Neptune in Pisces, 14 degrees. That is that 5. There's that mental component. That Neptune in Pisces energy, what I'm feeling, may actually bring up some of that old projections, old self-worth stuff from the past, meaning past lives. There is a karmic sense around this. So pay attention with your consciousness. I have this belief and I don't even know where it's coming from. Listen to that. It's giving you a clue. It's bringing you something. There is a gift in and through this energy. Be willing to listen and then be willing to see how you can flow into your greater self-worth, into knowing and honoring the light of your very bright future. So, finishing up with the Sacred Creator Oracle, I have fearless expression of your worth, fearless expression of your divine light. And I'm just going to read you the card essence because this just feels really good to me. Your soul laid bare, showing off your talents and your beauty, self-confidence, knowing your heart song and singing it clearly, accepting your value, self-worth, finding your courage and fearless expansion of your joy. That is the yum that I want you to keep aiming into to show up on purpose in your life. So that is it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.